All right, let's continue. It hit the 15-minute limit, so it cut me off. So there's the x, and there's the 6, because 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. X times x times x is x cubed. So I took this, brought it down, square the first guy, square the last guy, so that should be a 36. And then take those two, put them together, and if this is minus, this is plus. Now, that's a good example. Take the question, set it equal to the answer, and it should say true. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one, there's 4 terms. I know it's not cubic because it's not to the 3rd power. So I see that it's factored by grouping. So I'm going to first factor these two. So 4 and 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 in common and a 4. So I'm going to do it down here so it's not in the way. So I had take out a 4x cubed, and then I'm left with x plus 4. Okay. Now I know that I have to find a match. The goal is to find the match. The problem, though, is this is plus plus, and this is minus minus. So I need to take out a negative 1 so that they can turn into plus plus, because this is like negative 1x, and this is like negative 1 times 4. So I take out a negative 1, and then I'm left with x plus 4. Now I see a match. So I'm going to go 4x cubed minus 1 and x plus 4. But I need you to be careful, because as soon as I see a cubic, I have to think, could I have kept going? Well, what times what times what is 4? Nothing. So I'm off the hook. But it could have been because of that 1. All right, let's put a box around that. Let's do the next one. It's to the 5th power. Well, that isn't grouping, and that isn't difference or sum of cubes. However, they both have an x, so I know I can take it out. So I have 2 x's and a 2. And then I'm left with 2x squared, x cubed plus 8. Now I know that it's got to be more than that, because that's just GCF. That was 2 units ago. This is the sum of cubes. So what times what times what is x cubed? What times what times what is 8? And then I play the game. Little parenthesis, big parenthesis. Now I want to be careful, and I want to bring that down so I don't forget it. Okay? So I take this as it is. Square the first guy. Square the last guy. Take them together. Then if this is plus, this is minus plus. Take the problem, set it equal to the answer, make sure you're good to go. All right. Create several functions that could have zeros of negative 3 and 4. This plays a little bit into last unit's one. So I know I do the opposite. So an option would be x plus 3, x minus 4. That's one option. I could box it out or FOIL it out, and I could see that this is an option. I could put a 2 in front of it. I could take this, multiply it by 2. But what, sorry, you can't see that. But what I cannot do is put a 2x here. I cannot do that. What I could do is, now let me be clear. If it says the only zeros are negative 3 and 4, these are your possibilities. But if it says they could be some of the zeros, then this could be an answer, and that could be an answer. Because those are some of the zeros, but they aren't all of the zeros. Please study.